actual game that we're looking forward to. And BG, you highlighted this last show, and we had no clue this was going to be the format. But this is the Clorox Rising Stars game, 9 o'clock Eastern on TNT. And BG, again, you hit on this. You have 4 different teams. It's a collection of 12, if I have this correctly, 12 rookies, current rookies, and 12 current sophomores. That was a pool of 24 players. And then they took those 24 players and NBA legends, they selected their team out of those 24 to comprise or to make up 4 different teams. So the teams that you have Team Barry, which has Cade Cunningham from the Pistons. I'm just going to highlight some of the bigger names. Evan Mobley of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Franz Wagner, my guy from the Orlando Magic. Team Isaiah, they have Desmond Bane, my guy from the Grizzlies. Sadiq Bey from the Pistons. Anthony Edwards from the Timberwolves. Therese Halliburton says the Kings, but he actually plays for the Pacers now. He was traded. And then Team Peyton, you have LaMelo Ball. There you go. You have Scotty Barnes. You have Ayo from the Chicago basketball team. And then you have anyone else there? Davion Mitchell from the Kings. Yeah,
Chris Duarte's had a couple good weeks this year.
Chris Duarte. Yeah, I think he's actually going to be replaced now that I think about it. I think he's injury. Somebody replaced him for an injury because he would not be performing this weekend. Man, I had that name on my mind.
I might have to switch my pickup.
He's getting replaced. And then Team Worthy, James Worthy's team, you have Cole Anthony, who was also in the dunk contest. You have Josh Giddey up, who had another triple-double this tonight, man. So shout out to Giddey.
Talk about a triple-double guy, man. He's playing well.
He's doing it. Jalen Green, the number 2 pick from the Houston Rockets. And Herbert Jones from the Pelicans, he's balling. And then you got Jalen Suggs and Therese Maxey. I kind of like this squad. And they have the lowest odds. So we put the odds on here. Team Barry, the first team, they're plus 260 to win the tournament. Team Isaiah, they're plus 170 to win the tournament. Team Peyton, they're plus 300. And then Team Worthy, don't y'all take my pick, because I'm starting to kind of lean towards this team. They are plus 350. And then how this works out, with those 4 teams, you have 2 semifinals games between those 4 teams, and then obviously whoever wins those matchups, they play in the championship or the finals game. So that's real cool. So let's talk about this, Ben. Pick your team that you're rolling with. You guys have it in front of you, but if you need me to read off some more of the names, some of the rosters of these squads, let me know. But I'm already leaning one of the ways that I'm thinking. What are you guys thinking?
So I'm pretty sure the way that this is working is Team Barry playing Team Isaiah first. Is that the way it's listed? I think that's how it's going to go.
Team A versus Team B. So this is in order. So I would imagine Team Barry versus Team Isaiah, and then you have Team Peyton against Team Worthy.
Yeah, man, this is tough. This is a tough one,
bro. It's tough.
It's tough. If we're talking about, go ahead, Isaiah.
I think, and I'm surprised BG didn't hop on this. Like, I've been thinking about this ever since I saw the rosters.
Mm-hmm.
I love the duo of LaMelo Ball and Ayo.
Yeah, how you not going with your guy, BG?
I was trying to decide I was gonna pick between Team Barry and Team Isaiah first, and then pick between Team Payne and Team Worthy, and then pick who I thought was gonna win it. I was gonna break it down semis.
Yeah, and I get it.
Zay, take it, man. It seems like you got a squad. Who you going with, Zay, to win it?
Payton, they are underdogs, but I feel like they also have the most productive overall team that's been produced in the NBA this season. Chris Duarte, although the Pacers haven't been playing up to their potential, he has been an integral part of them getting specific wins over teams they shouldn't even be in games against. So I really like how he's come out as a rookie. And obviously LaMelo Ball speaks for himself. We got to remember this is a Rising Stars game. And the teams, they're gonna have to guard all 3 of these guys, and Scotty Barnes not no walk through the park either. So I really like Team Payton in this one. I got my money on that.
Yeah, and then also for that, Zay, I found a replacement. Chris Duarte's replacement is no other than Jonathan Kuminga, who's been balling lately too for the Warriors. I really like him. I really like him. So I mean, Kuminga in that spot, that team is going to be that's going to be a tough out for sure. That's going to be a real tough out. So, BG, who you got, man? You got a pick now?
Yeah, I mean, my overall pick to start was going to be Team Payton, but since LaMelo Ball got bumped up to the All-Star game, I think he's still going to ball out. He's a hooper. He's going to play in this game. He's going to play hard. But I think he's going to save a little bit for the All-Star game. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go with Team Isaiah, and I'm going to go with him because Anthony Edwards is a dog. Mm-hmm. And I think he's going to come. You know, he didn't make the All-Star team. He probably should have been considered. He was probably one of the first guys out. You know, arguably the best player on his team right now, Karl Anthony Towns got in, you know, as a center over him. But, you know, Anthony Edwards is balling and he's got that attitude like, you know, he'll come at anybody. You talk about Tyrese Halliburton got traded. I think he's got something to prove. Mm-hmm. Desmond Bane is your guy, man. He's one of the top 3-point shooters in the league right now. And Precious Akunwa or however you say it, he's playing pretty well for the Raptors too.
Yeah, so, scrapper. Yeah, they tough junkyard dog type of player.
I think Team Payton has 3 heavy hitters, but I think Team Isaiah has more balance all the way around. So I'm gonna go with Team Isaiah here.
All right, so you're going with Team Isaiah, and I'm putting these down. Zay, you're going with Team Payton. Okay. Do you know who Gary Payton is? All right,
The glove.
The glove. Okay.
Like Mike. He was in Like Mike.
Don't look. The first thing you say about Gary Payton should not be like Mike. Okay. Oh man. All right. So you guys are going with those two teams. I'm rocking with the true underdog. I'm going with Team Worthy. I'm going with Team Worthy. I'm gonna put this down. This is Coach T's pick. All right.
That's a good pick too, man. That's a good pick too. I mean, like Josh Giddey, Jalen Green's in the dunk contest.
Yeah. You got
Cole Anthony's a hooper.
Yep. Tyrese Maxey, you know, he can fly. Herbert Jones, low-key guy, but he can lock down. Like low-key guy that can. And then you got Suggs, who's the top 5 pick this year. And then, I mean, I really like that squad, bro. And they're plus 350. They are the biggest underdogs, quote unquote. They will play against, and I'm talking about Team Worthy, they will play against Team Payton. So really my pick, Coach T's pick of Team Worthy, I'm going to go against Zay, his team in the first round. So that'll be real dope, man. So that'll get a chance for one of us going to be out. One of us going to be out real quick. And then for you, BG, your Team Isaiah is playing against Team Barry, which has Cade Cunningham, Evan Mobley, Dyson Daniels, a G League player, Isaac Okoro from the Cleveland Cavs as well. I knew this guy's name. I've said it before. Sungun, that's not how you actually pronounce it, man. I'm actually mad that I didn't look that up again because he's actually one of those players. He's like one of those bigs that he loves to pass, if that makes sense. So him with Cade Cunningham and Evan Mobley, like that could be really good. And you got Franz Wagner, and you got Jay Sean Tate for the Rockets, who's actually having a really good game currently right now.
Yeah, he's actually having
against the Suns. Yeah, he's having a pretty good year. I think he's an Ohio State guy too.
Yeah, he's just on a bad team, but he's
on a bad team, right? So all right, so cool, man. That's a good little deal. And again, to me, outside of the actual, look, I'm actually gonna rank them right now. To me, outside of the actual All-Star game, which is number 1 for me, that's a nightcap, of course. Outside of, it's a toss-up between the 3-point and the dunk contest, depending on who you have. But I mean, this Rising Stars deal, this literally may end up as number 2 for me if they continue this and this actually pans out how I think it will be. I think it will be a major hit. I don't see how this fails. Again, you able to highlight your younger players, your younger faces in the league, and they actually get a chance to compete and play against each other, you know, and actually get a little mid-season trophy, a little mid-season tournament, which I think is just super dope. So I'm excited for y'all. Yeah.
I just want to say this, you know, if we're talking about the Rising Star Challenge, that happens at, you know, Friday night. If I'm going with the Rising Stars team to win it on a Friday night, this Friday night, I'm gonna have to go with the Hobart Brickies, man, over the Highland Trojans, man. We got senior night. We got senior night. We're due for a win.
We are.
It's been a long time. But hopefully the seniors come to play.
Yeah, I think the Bricks will come to play, man. Especially senior night, man. If you don't turn up for any other night, it's senior night. That's got to be an auto. That's an auto.
I'm upset. We had to push our team dinner back to next week.
We're shaking my head. SMH.
We're getting tacos catered in. Coach Schultz dropped a pretty penny on some catering.
Yeah.
And we got to push it back to next week.
I'm cool with that, man. I can wait for some tacos. I'm down with that. Shout out to the Bricks, man. Shout out to Coach Schultz. He's a man behind the scenes, so shout out to you. All right, so that was. What'd you say?
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz. There you go. All right, so that was a Rising Stars game, which will be Friday night. That'll be the nightcap, and that is presented by Clorox. Clorox, if you ever want to give us a sponsorship, you can sponsor the Coach C NBA show. So holla at us too, man.